Mankind has lived on this earth perhaps for 1,000,000 or 50,000 years. We have lived on this earth for many, many millennia. And during those periods of long time, mankind has suffered pleasure, loneliness, despair, uncertainty, confusion, multiple choices, therefore multiple complexities. And there have been wars, not only physical, bloody wars, but also psychological wars. And mankind has asked, if there can be peace on earth, pacem in terris, the Latin for peace on earth. And apparently, this has not been possible. There are about 40 wars going on at the present time, both ideological, theoretical, economic, social. And during the historical times, perhaps about 5,000 to 6,000 years, there have been wars, practically every year. And also we are preparing for wars now. One ideology, that of the communist, the tyrannical, the brutal world of Russia, and the democratic, so-called democratic world of the West. Two ideologies at war. What kind of implements we should use, control of armament and all the rest of it. Wars seems to be the common lot of mankind. And also, when observe all over the world, piling of armaments, the tiny little nation or tribe to the highly sophisticated, affluent society like yours. And how can we have peace on earth? Is that at all possible? And those who have concerned have said there is no peace on earth, only in heaven. And all this is repeated in different ways, both in the East, in India, and here. Christians have killed more than anybody else on earth. So we are observing, not taking sides. These are facts, actualities. And there are these religions, Christianity, Islamic world, the fundamentalists, and the Hinduism and Buddhism, and the various sects within the organized Christianity, and also in India and Asia, they believe in the Buddha. In Buddhism, there is no God. In Hinduism, somebody calculated there are about 300,000 gods. That's rather fun. You can choose whichever god you like. And in Christianity and Islam, there is only one God, based on two books, the Bible and the Quran. So religions have divided man as nationalism, which is a form of glorified tribalism, have divided man. Nationalism, patriotism, religious order, the fundamentalists both in India, here and Europe, going back, reviving the religion. I wonder if you have ever looked at the word reviving. You can only revive something that's dead or died. Nothing living. You can't revive a living thing. And in this country, they are reviving religion. And also they are doing the same thing in different parts of the world. And there is division between nationalities, religion, economic, and so on. And man has always been in conflict, as everyone in this world goes through all kinds of misery, all kinds of sorrow, pain, desperate loneliness. And we want to escape from all this. But we are going to look together, observe this extraordinary phenomenon. What man has made after these thousands of years still remains a barbarian, cruel, vulgar, full of anxiety and hatred. And violence is increasing in the world. So one asks, can there be peace on this earth? Because without peace, inwardly, psychologically first, the brain cannot flower. Human beings cannot live completely, holistically. So, why are we, after this long evolution, during that period, we have gathered immense experience, knowledge, great deal of information. Why are we, as human beings, are perpetually in conflict? That is the real question. Because when there is no conflict, there is naturally peace. And man, that includes the woman, please. When I use the word man, I'm not shutting out the woman. Don't get excited about it. No, one may point out, don't get angry, irritated with what we are investigating together. It's your responsibility. to inquire, not merely intellectually, verbally, but with your heart, with your brain, with all your being, and find out why we are what we are. We have tried various religions, various economic systems, social differences. And yet, we live in conflict. Can this conflict in each one of us end completely, not partially, not occasionally? This is a very serious question. It demands a serious answer. Not it's possible or not possible, but to inquire into it very deeply. Why human beings, including you, the speaker perhaps, live in perpetual conflict, problems, divisions? Why we have divided the world into nationalities, religious groups, social behavior, and all the rest of it? Can we seriously this afternoon inquire whether it is possible to end conflict? First, psychologically, inwardly. Because if there is certain quality of freedom inwardly, then we shall produce a society in which there will be no conflict. So it's our responsibility as human beings, as so-called individualities, that we seriously put our brains, our energy, our passion to discover for ourselves, not according to any philosopher, not according to some psychiatrist and so on, but to inquire, observe, find out for oneself whether this conflict between two human beings, whether it be intimate or not, whether it could end.